Yo, everyone, welcome back to a brand new stream. Welcome to hour 807 of my content, I guess. It's not entirely correct, since, basically, man, like, the music feels loud to me. Hold on. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit down. I remember from, like, the default recently that, like, to me, the music feels really loud, but I think that to you guys, the music isn't all that loud, because, like, when I went back to the video recently, like, it wasn't really loud in my ears, but right now, it's just, like, blowing my ears out, so I'm just gonna, like, try and find, like, a nice happy middle. If you find, like, the music to be really loud or, like, not so loud, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm just gonna, like, have to adjust it. Still getting used to this playlist, because, like, this playlist has only been around for, like, what's it called? Like, 2 weeks right now? No, 1 week. So, yeah. Anyway, welcome, everyone. Welcome back to 807 of my content. It's not entirely like that, but if you want to see the other 806 hours, they're right now available on Twitch. Finally, the task has been completed. I remember about like a month or and a half ago or so, I told you guys like, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to go and put all my content on Twitch. You know why? Because I don't like YouTube all that much, so I just want to have everything on here. And I felt like, man, that's going to be easy. You know, I'm just going to like take everything, just upload it. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Then I realized I've been making content for 7 years, don't have everything archived, and like I just need to like manually upload something, which is going to take fucking time. So yeah, here we are, finally, everything is available. We'll go over that, like, what's there in a little bit, but that finally means that I should be able to have some more consistent streams, because I'm not just, like, working on this shit here. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of what I've been up to yesterday, or, like, today, this morning, I finished that, so here we are. Mike, how's it going, man? Let's see, that's badass. I've been on a boat once, it'd be like that. Yeah, I went sailing today. It was, like, it's a cool experience, like, I'm not a boat person, so like, you know, you have like boat people and you have like not boat people. It's like, I am very clear. Yo, a theme coming in with that subscription. It's you, the wayfarer from another world. Damn, a theme coming in with that 17-month subscription. Holy shit, thank you so much. Jen, how's it going? It's been nice just GG and uploading all that shit. I appreciate you call my content that shit. Because, like, that's what it is. But yeah, no, how's it going? I'm not a fishing person. Me neither, man. It's like, I feel that there's, like, water people and not water people on the planet. And then that's fine. That's totally fine. But, like, the thing is, like, I can really appreciate, like, riding on a boat for, like, a day. It's like, do you ride a boat? Do you sail a boat? Do you, like, I don't even know what you do with a boat. It's like, you're in a boat, right? You know the song? I'm on a boat. Yeah. So that's what I did today. A friend of mine has a boat, so we just went sailing, and honestly, it's a really great experience, because like, you're just like, we had a really great day, like skies are like fantastic, like blue, sun's out, and you're just like going over the water. It's like super relaxed, because like everyone's just like waving at you, and you're just like kind of like going about. There's no like traffic jams or shit, and it's like, it's actually really fucking nice. But yeah, like, it's weird, because, like, you know, you have, like, boat terminology, like, there's no brakes on a boat, like, you can't really, like, precise steer a boat as you can, like, a car, and I'm, like, I'm confused. It's weird, right? Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a fishing guy, just kind of iffy with the ocean at times. I did do some fishing with, like, one of my best friends back in the day, and I liked it, but I never liked, like, unhooking the fish if I caught it. Like, I just loved sitting at, like, the water and just, like, chilling with my friend and being like, oh, yeah, and then just kind of, like, watching where, if, like, your line would go under. But if it were to ever come down to, like, oh my god, I just found a fish, it's like, I didn't really want to, like, I didn't really want to catch a fish, because then you have to unhook it, and it's like, I'm hurting the fish, I don't want to do it, and it's like, it's so weird, because I'm not going to eat the fish, but then we're going to throw it back in, and we're going to throw the line back in. It's like, I don't get it. It's like, I like it, but not really. So, let's see. The theme says, now waiting for the Uwu compilation from Uwu. Oh, damn. A theme has called a contract, and a theme is not going to let go of the contract. If you guys don't know what's going on there, basically, the moment I posted that I like completed my content library, Mudkip came out and said, like, I'm gonna take on a challenge. I'm gonna go and go through all of your clips and then put together every single time that you said Uwu into like one giant Uwu compilation. And I was like, sure, I dare you to do it. And then they kind of realized, like, holy fucking shit, that's a lot of content, that's a lot of time, I'm gonna put that together. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm like, I can understand that. But a theme is like, I smell a contract here. We don't do getting away from contracts. So anyway, Aspirina says, I've not been a fan of fishing since I've quit smoking, and that was 11 years ago. Damn. Imagine buying a yacht and you're millions of miles away from water. The weird thing about yachts is that, like, they're crazy expensive. Like, boats in general are just crazy expensive. But, like, if you look at these really, really, like, expensive yachts, which are hundreds of millions of, like, dollars, it's like, what you gonna do with it, man? It's like what you know, you're just gonna sail it for a bit, but like, you're gonna live on that? No, not really. You're gonna like I don't know. It's like, it's a weird thing. It's like, I can understand that a yacht like that looks cool, and it's also cool to be on, but like, it's something which like it's such a large investment. What you gonna do with it? I don't know. I would not know. Let's see. I remember the electric eel story my parents told me. It just reminds me of that. Damn. Did they catch an eel, just like wanted to like unhook it and just got shot? I kind of imagined that was how that would go. Not quite sure, but I think I might be able to predict that that's how that would go. So yeah, let's go and take a look right here, because like, honestly, I really fucking love this picture. Let me see if I can show this. Yeah, right here. So I posted this on Twitter. I'm not that active on Twitter. I don't really see much about like this platform on Elon, like that Elon Musk made. Or like, he owns now. I don't know if he owns it yet, but he probably will, and he wants to be the founder. I guess, I don't know. There's some shenanigans going on with Twitter. Normally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but this time I really enjoy it, because I can post dumb shit like this, and honestly, this shit is really fucking cool. So, this right here is the list of videos that is now available. Let me see if I can make it bigger. There we go, look at that. So, to give you a short little bit of recap, recently YouTube decided to like fucking remove the dislikes from their platform, because why the fuck would they do that? I have no idea. Anyway, YouTube and Twitch have continuously like been fucking people over, and I can very well understand that people may not like to use one platform or may not like to use the other platform. And I know that maybe, you know, if you don't want to use YouTube, but my videos are on fucking YouTube, guess what? You may really like my concept, but I'll get caught in the crossfire because you don't like YouTube. So I wanted to make sure I'm available on multiple platforms, so that's what I decided to do. I'm gonna like put all my videos, all my content here on Twitch, and I didn't really quite realize the scale of it, because like, here we go. This is not everything, okay? Let me just preface this. Like, this is only everything that's been saved, but let's just go over it, right? So this right here is it's like, let me see like how I can do that. Can I kind of like make a scroll like this? Yeah, there we go. So yeah, here we go. So we have this right here is like the last stream that I made. It's like, let's talk about why free-to-play games aren't that good. And now we're gonna go down, right? We have like basically the last few ones. We have Horizon Forbidden West right here. Then we have like a little bit of like Halo right there, Halo 4. Then we have the Apex Control update, which like I enjoyed back then. We have the Leap. We have some Warframe, like Warframe from the early start of the year. Now we're going back to the new war that last 2021. Oh, look at that. We're going for all the Halo Reach campaigns, and we're going through like the YouTube removing dislikes, and we're going to go through Halo 2 and Halo 1, and oh my god, that's the last Framecast. Oh my god, that's a long time ago. Let's see, what do we have here? Halo Infinite. Holy fucking shit. You also remember Halo Infinite? Because that feels like a long ass time ago. All right, here we go. We have, I think this is around the summer, we have like some of the main channel videos. We have like the fun times that we had with Nassiv and Xeno and Hydroxide. It's like, man, we should probably do that soon again. Then we have some like memes of the week. Holy fucking shit, I should probably do memes of the week again. We have some more main channel videos. We have Subnautica. Man, Tyrannus recently started playing Subnautica. I'm kind of like, man, you know, I kind of want to start picking it up again. Maybe I will. Maybe I actually will. Like, I'm seriously thinking that might be an option. But yeah, here we go. We go for Year Review 2020. So we're now in 2019. Look at that, 2019, when like we started doing like a whole bunch of Among Us. I think sooner or later there might be, yeah, right there, Ghost of Tsushima. Like that, one of those streams is like the very first time Espionage joined the stream. It's like, I still generally remember what the first times were that most of you guys like joined the stream. For some reason, I remember that. I don't know. So yeah, right here, the streams kind of ended. Like, we don't have any stream archives more. This is just videos. So we have podcasts right here. We have the remote play series with what's it called, with Xenogelion. We have memes of the week. We have Outer Worlds, my very first game that I played that wasn't Warframe, that was actually like well made. Then we have some like you know, Warframe stuff. We have like the 2-minute slash dashers. We have operations. We have Warframe updates. We have all sorts of like Warframe stuff, talking about Warframe. TennoCon vlogs. Oh my god, so it's the time when I thought I could be Casey Neistat and I could like make some vlogs. Oh boy, I thought I was a vlog channel, but oh my god, fucking god, no. Here we go, we're back in Warframe now. We're deep into the Warframe hive mind right now, because every single video here is a Warframe video about like dreading things. We're talking about like channel updates about things, Barrow Flash. See, it's still going, by the way. Like, I don't know how long this is. Maybe you've lost interest. Maybe you like tuned out, sat back in. We're still going on this fucking train that is like this fucking content list, and like I kind of know about. Oh my god, it's my favorite vlogs. It's like when I went on to to convention. Here we go, top 7s, because I thought that like top 10 things were kind of like cool. Whoever thinks that's cool. Oh my god, here we're getting into like the really old shit. We're getting into like the really old stuff when I didn't really know how to video edit. 2015 this is right now. The mastering tests, and there we go. We're going down to the first video, but holy fucking shit, where were all the framecasts? Well, the framecasts have already been uploaded to this channel, so like I just had to put them in the back, because like that's also something here. So here we have all the framecasts. It's counting down, so you can kind of like imagine when the shit is gonna end. I never know when it's gonna end. It's gonna end sometime soon, hopefully, because man, I need to have a stream to get. There we go. Look at that. Holy fucking shit. Whew. So that's it. That's all the content that's right now on Twitch. So if you guys ever come up to me and be like, man, why are you not streaming? I want to see something. It's like, bitch, look at all this shit. Look at all this shit. Like, have you finished watching all of this? Because if you haven't finished watching all of this, don't complain. Don't complain. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Holy shit, bro, so many videos. I know, right? Like, I love this list. Like, it took me a bit to, like, put this together, but I just love being able to, like, scroll through it and just be like, holy fuck shit, this shit just don't end. Let's see. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. He told him, let's see, Jen says about the eel story, about the eel story. He says, he told him to bang the eel's head against the railing as he grabs it with a rag. As it's knocked out, take it off the hook and throw it in the ocean. He did the exact opposite out of fear of getting shocked, so he just cut the line. Damn. So yeah, if it's knocked out, it can't shock you. Like it's like, doesn't eel like consciously like shock someone, or like is it always statically charged? I don't really know the anatomy of eels because I'm not an expert on them at all. Mike says, "Holy shit, bro! So many videos." I know, dude. You covered about 20% of the content in it when you last played. Yeah, like we only like ended up at the start. I don't remember when I joined. So the thing with let's see. The thing with you, Mike, is I think the first time you joined the stream, God, it must have been like January or February this year. But like the hard thing, the hard part about that is because it's like we've been to like we've been playing in the Discord for a long time. So I'm like, I already knew you. At a certain point in time, like you joined a stream, but I don't remember necessarily what stream that was. Probably like some sort of Apex stream or so. So yeah. That's why I told him to use a rag to prevent that. It was during an Apex stream with someone else. Yeah, I think so too. Oh no, I think I know. I think it was, hold on. Gotta get through this whole shit here. I think it was, I'm pretty sure it was with Asen and Mogamu. When first, like, when like, Rahab and me, and I think Athene were playing some Warframe, and then Asen and Mogamu, we did some, Apex matches with. Let's see which one that was. I think it's called, let's see, what's coming up here? Kicking ass with Francois. Let's see, PlayStation acquires Bungie. Where the hell is this? I don't know. Oh yeah, here. Hunting with Rahab and slaying with Ace and Mogamu. I think that was the first one. That 5 hour and 40-minute stream. The longest stream that I've done this year so far. So yeah, I think that was the one. But yeah, honestly, like, oh wait, you guys couldn't see. This one, it was this one, I think. So yeah, Atheme has been following for 11 seconds. God damn it, Atheme, why the hell you like always ruined the timer? Now it's like very short again. Now it's like super fucking short. 11 seconds ago, you just discovered this channel. Welcome back. I'm so glad to see you right here. Brand new stream, brand new chatter, brand new viewer. My name is Michel. I'm not gonna introduce myself because I feel like we'll know each other very well. Like you'll have a good intuition as to who I am. Let's see. Mike's been following for 3 months, 5 days, and 20 hours. Damn, look at that. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The same reason why I break Joey's bot, probably. Are you also unfollowing and refollowing him all the time? I see. So yeah, so yeah, anyway, like that thing is done now, I guess. Let's see. I don't know like how much I like it's so interesting to go over. Basically, like if you go to the Twitch channel right now, let me just go to like twitch.tv/Michel Postma. So like there's a couple of interesting things. It's not all that much, but I just like want to touch on that for a hot second. Let me see here. We're gonna go to videos. So yeah, if you go here to all videos right here, bada bing. Oh no, we're gonna go to featured. featured. Yeah. So basically what you have right here, if you're gonna go here, if you ever want to like find something here on Twitch because you don't want to use YouTube, what you're gonna find here, we have all videos here up top. Like this will have all streams and all the videos and shit. The really cool thing about like the latest stream sort of thing is that if I go here and open up like one of the last streams that we did, these ones are actually saved as highlights because I can save them like on Twitch. So that means that if I like go through here, look at that, look at that, look at that. The chat is saved. Like the chat is actually saved as like the chat on Twitch. So I'm not quite sure whether this will stay on here forever. I think it will. I think it should, because like highlights have an indefinite like time that they stay up. So like you can actually like scroll back and forth for the chat, which is pretty cool. I don't know if you can actually like chat yourself, but you can scroll back and forth for the chat, which is pretty nice. And yeah, like, that's like everything together. So if you like want to go for the entire fucking shit and be like, holy fucking shit, like what's there? You can take a look there. We have a couple of playlists which are called like streams and streams. Like these are like the most recent playlists of streams. Like I can only put like 200 videos in a playlist and I gotta make a new one, which is kind of a limit, man. Like Twitch, like you gotta realize like people will be making more than 200 pieces of content. Like me, I'm making like almost 700. Like we're very close to 700. But yeah, so we have here, we have streams right here. This is about 150-hour playlist. This right here is a 400-something hour playlist. So if you ever feel like, man, I don't know what to do, I have no clue, but I got like 400 hours on my hands and I don't know what to do with, fucking go play this playlist. You're gonna have a great time. So yeah, here we have the videos, and like here we have the other videos, basically. So like that's the way it is, I guess. So that's a little bit of an insight as to like what that thing is. So like that's basically the topic of like me like uploading all this stuff. I kind of just wanted to go over like that stupidly fun picture because I love just scrolling down there. It's not everything, by the way. Not everything is saved. As I've said before, it's like I only started saving streams in like midway summer 2020, and I've streamed since like 2016, so there's like 4 years of streams which are just gone, which is very unfortunate. Like I really fucking wish that would have been better. But yeah, Jin says any idea for the streamer points, because we're here stashing points, because we're stashing here with points bigger than holding enough for November. So yeah, streaming points, I'm trying to figure out like what I can do with that. Obviously we could do for like May, we could do like a push-up challenge sort of thing. Well, I do like that. I'm kind of like trying to see if like I could like give it something more meaningful. So like this is my thought process when it comes to like channel points. Like the thing which I would love channel points to do is like you know how like you have with free-to-play games, basically. Like if you like pay for the game, like you can have like content unlocked by just paying for it. You can get skins through like paying money. You can have like sped up build times for like putting money down, but it's also free to play in the sense that if you don't want to do that, you can just play the game a lot and then you can unlock that. So I'm kind of thinking like, hey, like initially I thought like, what if there would be a really cool way in which like you for watching could actually get a more meaningful reward? Because like I've looked at so many streamers that have streaming channel points, and like the only thing that I see is like, oh yeah, highlight a message in the chat. I'm just like, bro, what do I need with a fucking highlight message in the chat? Like I'm already reading every single person's chat message, so like if you highlight it doesn't really mean shit. It's like, oh, modify an emote, doesn't really do much. It's like, oh yeah, like hydrate. Like the craziest things that I see is like, oh man, yeah, hydrate. It's like, oh yeah, here we go. You just spent like 200 hours watching me and now you can like click and I'll do, and that's your reward. That's your reward for watching me for 200 hours. Woo! Go for another 200. It's like, that's wasteful. I want it to be meaningful, but I have no idea what would be meaningful. Because like one of the things that I feel is like back when we had the Warframe days, I would have 100% thrown it on giveaways. So if I would have had like items in game, like 100% with the channel points, you would have been able to like get the items in game. However, we're not really confined to a single game anymore. So like initially I thought like, maybe like what I can do is use these points to like, you're gonna get discount on merch or something, or like shit, like I don't know, free subscriptions or something, like what we used to do with loots. But the problem there is that like it doesn't really work very well. It's like right now I don't really have a merch lineup at all, so if I were to do that, it's like that's fine, but like the ad rates don't pay as much, where I can say like, okay, if someone watches me for so many amount of hours, then like that watching will kind of like equate a merch item sort of thing, so you can like trait that basically. So I don't know yet. I really don't know. I could do the push-ups, which I think is kind of fun. But yeah, for 100k, you go shirtless for the rest of the stream. Damn. You do push-up for the points? I can definitely do the push-ups. We'll could probably do that for May. But I want to like find a better way to innovate, because like that's like a fun monthly challenge, but like it's always like it can't always be the same, right? So yeah, I'm trying to figure out like what to do. Honestly, this is a problem that's kind of universal to the point system, not just this channel. Yeah, I know. Like that is definitely something where it is. This point system was introduced in a way that is very fucking limited, and you can't really do much with it. Yeah, it only becomes interesting when, like, basically ad rates on Twitch. Like, I don't know what ad rates will be at any point in time. Because honestly, I have a really fucked up sense of, like, what kind of money content creation makes. Because I've been doing this shit for, like, 7 years. I've barely made anything. Like the most I've made from this is, like, people subscribing to this channel, or, like, gifting subs on this channel, or donating sometimes. But that is something which, like, I don't really feel like I can count on all that much, because honestly, like, those are things which you do in the moment, basically. But it's not really steady income like I would imagine like ad revenue or so to be, because then you can have like views equate so much money. However, I've never really seen that from like YouTube or Twitch. So like I've also always heard like creators struggling, and this is the weirdest thing, because like I've always been like barely like getting anything out of this, and whenever I heard like big creators, we're talking about hundreds of thousands of subscribers, talk about that are struggling with making it financially, I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude. So that means that like we're all just like, you know, every single sub that we get is like, holy fucking shit, now I can like you know, buy food. I figured like that was like even up to hundreds of thousands of subscribers, like people would still be like that. They'd be like, man, you know, let's hope I can pay the bills. But apparently like there's also people that have said like, yeah, you know, so yeah, like I'm really struggling. But there were also times where I was making $1,000 a day, and I'm like, bro, you what? If you're making $1,000 a day, you're not struggling, bitch. You're not struggling. So like, I don't know. Like, I really don't know like what is possible. I don't really know what like the limit is, or like what the expectations are. I have no clue. But if at any point in time like Twitch ad revenue comes to a point where like it does make sense for me, like, hey, you know, if there is like so many hours of watch time that will equate to like so much ad revenue that I could like give away merch items, and basically like that would definitely be in the channel points, because I would love for there to be like a free option sort of thing, because I know what it's like to not have money. I really know what it's like, and I also really know what it's like to like want to be able to like watch like someone that I want to support, but I don't have money to support them. Like, I mean, like I'm kind of in that situation right now. Like there's a ton of creators that I love, who I would love to like support at Patreon and shit, but like I can't really, because, you know, like yeah, like I'm not in a situation to where I can do that right now. So I would love for there to be like a way where it's like, hey, you know, I can support like I can, you guys, if you want to, can support me by just watching like in the free way, but then you can still get some rewards out of that by just like this channel point system, because no one can cheat the channel points. Like you can only get the channel points for fucking watching. And with that, you can still have this thing where like, hey, you know, I got no money that I can spend, which is totally fine, totally understandable, because like I've been there too. But if I, you know, if I have this many points, then, you know, so I'm trying to figure out, but we'll see. I've noticed that some communities are much more liberal with gifting subs and bids than others. Some chats are constantly filled with subs and bids, while others of the same size gets like 100 per stream. We like to watch. So this is something which like, man, hold on. First though, Emo, what's up, dude? I'm so sorry. I saw your message. I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but congrats on winning those 2 ranked matches. And Mike, Goat 1. Fuck yeah, baby. Fuck yeah. Good going. I'm sorry, Mike, by the way, I just heard from, like, other Michael that he has already progressed to Diamond, because he just felt like pushing the Diamond. God dang it, dude. We're left behind. We left behind. But then again, like, I did kind of uninstall Warframe, or Apex, so I don't know. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah, quick intermission about like the Apex thing. We talked about that last week, basically, where like I'm still really stuck on the game. Like Apex basically isn't a fair game. Like they literally made research, and there's literal papers out there where it's like we sacrifice a fair game for like engagement, and I really don't fight with that, especially when I'm playing alone, because like if I'm playing alone and I'm failing the matchmaking, like, it fucking hurts. It's like, I don't like playing an unfair game. So, with that, I just kind of, like, get frustrated. So I'm kind of like, do I want to play a game that frustrates me? I don't want to. Fuck it. So I end up uninstalling it, and it's like Mike or Mo or like someone else like, yo, hey, you want to play? I'm kind of like, man, I really do enjoy playing Together this, so let me reinstall it, and I'll reinstall it, and I'll like, I'll play some matches, and like I'll have fun, and then next time I'm like, well, because I uninstalled it, and because I didn't really play all that much, I kind of gotten rusty, and I wasn't as good as I should have been, so let me go and try and like get a little bit better, and then like, we'll play later, and I'll be better, and then like I start playing by myself again, I'm like, holy fucking shit, this shit sucks. I hate like the fact that this is not a fair game. How can you make a competitive game and not make it fair? Fucking EA, what the fuck, dude? So now I'm uninstall it again, then the cycle repeats. So that's the fucking cycle we're on. It's fucking driving me insane. But hey, that's gaming in 2022. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, Emo says, Twitch is not letting me stream off my PS4 or some kind of server issues. Damn. See whether it persists like tomorrow or like the next day. If it like persists for a longer time, just like see if there's anything known like online about it. And if there's nothing known online about it, maybe see if you can like do some sort of like unplug your account and replug your account sort of thing, like disconnect your account from PlayStation and reconnect it, and then see whether that works. Who knows? I haven't streamed from my PlayStation in literal years. The last time I streamed from my PlayStation was back in 2016 when my computer died and I couldn't make any content. So I was like, okay, let me go try this streaming thing. It was really fucking weird because these streams are actually let me see. I can actually just go and look them up because I got them right here. Let me see. They were actually my very first streams. My very first streams were done because I didn't know how to like because my computer was dead. I didn't know what to do with them, so I was kind of like, okay, what do I do now? So yeah, let me see here. Streams. My very first set of streams. Otherwise, I'll just go here. Hold on. Video producer. Let me go see if we can grab those streams. Content collections, please. Yes, thank you. And then we're gonna go to the second thing of streams. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, this right here is my very first stream that I ever did, all because like I had nothing. Or what's this? Maybe this wasn't. This might have been my very first stream, but like I didn't really approach it as a stream. I approached it more as like a video. I think the first time was like a morning with B, I guess. I'm not quite sure, man. It only lets me stream to YouTube. Yeah, back then I think I only streamed to YouTube. I'm not quite sure. So yeah, this right here is over my PlayStation. Yeah, like, so like that's as far as my experience of PlayStation streaming goes. There's like fucking like 6 years ago, so I can't really help you all that much. Let me see, because it is fair. You pay for the fairness. See, like, but that's the problem. You don't even pay for the fairness with Apex. It's like, dude, if I could pay $20 to like actually like, okay, now you're not gonna get fucky. Like, we're not gonna fuck with you. We're just gonna have you give you fair matches. I'd play it. I pay that actually, but it doesn't do you. It doesn't do that at all. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of like where I sit right now with Apex. And it's like, it's fucking, because I kind of want to get back, but I kind of don't want to get back. I just don't know. I'm fucking conflicted with it, and I hate it. I hate it because like, I have such good times playing with y'all. I have such good times playing that shit with y'all, but then if I play by myself, I hate it. You use an Elgato? So what I use is, right now, is I use a mix of things. So it kind of depends on like what you, let's see. Let me get this stuff. It kind of depends on like what you want to do. Elgato. And then it kind of depends on like what kind of machine you have and what you intend to do with it, and like what your upgrade options are down the line, sort of thing. So the thing which like I'm using 3 different capture cards, and there's a multitude of different capture methods that are still available to me that I don't use. So let me see if I can find Yeah, all right. So this right here, oh yeah, so this camera right here is being sent through one of these. This right here is a Elgato Camlink Pro. So this basically is a capture card that takes in 4 HDMI inputs, doesn't output anything, but that allows me to like have 2 cameras up. So I have this camera up right there, I have a camera up right there. They're both connected to like 2 of these slots. I can still always expand. I'm kind of looking into maybe doing some more like practical streams where like maybe I'm gonna go into like Tribal suggested maybe I should try some lock picking, which sounds pretty cool. So I'm looking into like maybe being able to like set up a GoPro, and that GoPro would definitely go into like another one of these slots, and maybe I'll find a 4th camera to set up somewhere. I don't fucking know. This is only if you really want to use cameras, which I don't think is applicable to you, but that's what I use. This right here is what I use for, so then like, fuck it, let me rephrase that. Then I use 2 other capture cards for like my game capturing, basically. And these are 2 different options which you might be able to, which you might want to use if depending on your situation. I have the Elgato HC60 Pro, which is an internal capture card, so that's like if you have a tower PC, you slide that inside and then you can plop in like a HDMI in that comes from your console into the capture card, and you take one out which goes back to your display, so you can like play on the monitor and you can also capture at the same time. Then what I also have is a Razer Ripsaw right here, which is this thing right here. That's basically the same idea, but then it is like a USB connected device. I bought this, I think, as one of the first capture cards that I had, because I thought like, oh shit, I can both use it on my main desktop tower and I can use it on my laptop, basically. It's alright. I think that the internal capture cards are better, because like they're a little bit more stable, like they don't fuck around all that much, and the connector on this was like a USB-B, which I didn't quite like. That said, this thing has been rather trustworthy. It's been alright. Like if I play on the Xbox, like you'll see me like capture it through one of these things. If you see me play on the PlayStation, or if you see me play on the PlayStation, it's going to be captured through this. Because this thing used to be used for like the camera back in the day, but now it's just being used for like the PlayStation, and this is being used for the Xbox and PC. So it really depends on like what you want to do and what kind of like tower you have. If you have a tower PC where you can like slot in like a capture card, you can like grab one of these. If you don't have that, but you have a laptop or something, like you can look into one of these. But it really also depends on like what kind of specs you have. Is your computer powerful enough to drive like the capture card input, like OBS, all at the same time? That kind of depends on your situation. So that's what I have. Some other methods which I have for like capturing like basically like video and game footage is you have so like for video, it's just like you can use a webcam, which is USB interface. You don't need anything for that. A lot of like cameras these days also have like a USB interface that like grabs the footage right from the camera. It doesn't require you to have a capture card. However, what I find is like the lag on that is kind of bad. When it comes to game capture, what you could try is like a remote play situation. So basically like what PlayStation and Xbox both offer these days is that you have the opportunity to stream your gameplay from your console to your PC, which means that your PC takes the input of the controller, it displays the screen and the images, and it like gives you the audio. However, it doesn't do any of the processing of like your of your game. That's what your console still does, but that means that you can like play your console somewhere else. Or in our case, you can have your footage on your computer without like using a capture card. This is something that does require a good internet connection, and it will be very much like subject to like a bit of lag. So if you're playing like a single player game, I'd say it's totally alright if you want to use that, if you don't want to use a capture card. But if you want to play like Apex sort of thing, you're probably gonna like notice a little bit of lag, which if you want to like play really competitively sort of thing, that's definitely something where you're gonna need a capture card. So yeah, that's basically like my rundown of like what I use and what might be useful for you or might not be useful for you. I hope that like was helpful, I guess. Let's see. There's Fortnite. I recently reinstalled Fortnite, Mike. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Because I guess Cole is streaming Fortnite, is streaming back, and he's back with streaming. He's been streaming Fortnite. Maybe we'll do a stream together, I guess. We'll see. Let's see. Rahab says, by the way, lost 9.5 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Holy fucking shit, dude. Congrats. Keep it up, man. Keep it up. I'm so glad to hear that. That is so cool. Well, Michel says he's always surprised by me. Mayhaps I can surprise you too. I'm making a lot of typos today. That will teach me to go to sleep during the day. Damn. I need to find a gym or a martial arts school. Go for it. I say, yeah, like that would be a good thing, Jim. That would be a really cool thing. Let's see. Do it. I'm enjoying it so far. Also, look at this. A Voldemort face? Damn. I know I'm trying to find a time. Also, why did you just have a Voldemort emote, Rahab? I can touch you now. Let's see. I don't have PC. I could probably get a laptop sometime soon. So if you want to look into like using a computer for like streaming, it's like look into one that has a capture card in it. So like you have like, you're gonna generally be looking for something which is more a gaming oriented laptop, because gaming laptops tend to have like a dedicated like graphics processor on it. Like basically it has like the graphics card like connected into it, because integrated graphics, where you just have like the CPU handling both like the CPU processing and the like graphics, is something which is like not really going to be ideal, especially if you want to do tasks which involve like running OBS and running the game at the same time, or running like multiple things. Like it generally, computers, something like this for instance, this right here is like a laptop which is actually like it has an Intel Core i7, which is like an HP. It's got an Intel Core i7. It's like a ProBook something or other. I don't know. This right here is a very much business-oriented laptop. You can see that because it's like, it looks like business. It looks very boring. It doesn't really have any like crazy aesthetics on it. But like the focus on this is really to like work on this. It's not to like do streams, it's not to game on it. And like what you see with that is like, it's got a lot of ports, but they're all like business ports. So you have just like, you know, VGA, you have like Ethernet, you have like an HDMI out, but you have no display port out. You have a bunch of like USB ports. You have a disk drive. And then like basically like the entire point of this is that you can type documents on it. So like this entire like keyboard is super fucking nice. This keyboard is very nice to use. Like the trackpad and the buttons are really nice. It's all metal, which is super fucking nice. However, it doesn't do graphics well. Like you can't game on this very well because it's only got like the CPU in it, because the CPU is just made to be very good at like for like using word processing, opening up like web pages. It can do like actually like a bit of coding on it. But it's not all that powerful because it doesn't need to be. It needs to be like, because what most people do with work is like editing documents, editing like files. They don't really edit like video files or stream big video files or something like that. So if you want to do that, look into a laptop like this, where like you can already see the difference between the two. This right here is like an MSI. The difference with like you know, a gaming laptop and a laptop like this is, especially if you look at this thing here, it's only got like one row where like there's a vent for like air to come out, or like there's only one like there's only one air fan pushing out like air to like cool down this machine, because they're not expecting you to like get this machine very hot, because basically you're just going to be using it to edit some documents basically. This thing right here, it's got two exhausts right here, it's got like a bunch of intakes underneath here, it's got two fans that like push like the hot air out of it, because basically the idea here is you're going to be gaming. Gaming is very intense. It's going to have like a CPU and a GPU that get very fucking hot, so we need to get rid of that heat quite a bit. So what you'll find with something like this is that like it will be a lot more focused on like, okay, we have a display port either on there, we have USB-C. This thing's probably like a little bit more modern, but I don't think these two like changed all that much differ all that much. Don't mind this thing here, this is just broken, that's on my end. But yeah, so this thing is a lot more focused on like having what's it called, on like being more gaming focused, and this is something you might actually be able to stream off. One thing you should look for then like is like having like NVIDIA inside, which like most of the time means that like you actually have a graphics processing unit. As you can also see, like this thing has not been made at all for what's it called, like typing or like working. This has really been made to like play games on. Still serious keyboard sort of thing. But yeah, just look for like something here where it's like it says NVIDIA GTX 960M. This thing is already outdated, but if you find a laptop like this, which is like a gaming laptop integrated, like actually a dedicated graphics processing unit added to it, get it. Might be better for streaming than just like a standard laptop, but then again, these things do tend to be more expensive. So maybe secondhand? I'm not quite sure. I don't know what your budget is, but what your budget is, but like look into the gaming laptops if you want to have a laptop for streaming. Let's see. Let me catch up here with chat. I won't be in your laptop. NVIDIA, no. You have to buy an AMD laptop. You have to buy an AMD laptop because like NVIDIA won't be in your laptop. Damn, boy, damn. So yeah. Oh god, what was I on? What was I thinking about? Oh yeah, there was one thing where Hub said that I wanted to reply to, but then I wanted to say hi to everyone. And now I've lost it. What do you say, Rahab? What do you say? You said something. You said something which is really interesting that I wanted to talk on. Oh yeah, Rahab said, I've noticed some communities are much more liberal with gifting subs and bits than others. Some chats are just constantly filled with subs and bits, while others of the same size get like 100 per stream. So I've noticed that too. Like, the thing which I find interesting is, again, like, I don't feel like I understand a lot of the financial side of Twitch or YouTube. It's never been something that's really interested me all that much. For me, like, the main goal with all of this is that I can at least find a way to, like, make enough money to, like, make this be, like, supported by itself. But other than that, I really don't really give a shit. Obviously, like, the more money I would be able to, like, get out of this, the cooler things I could do. But other than that, I don't really care. So I've never really had like content creators or peers that I could like discuss this with, or like figure out like what the hell, like how they're making money, or like what their focus is, or like what's normal, what's not normal. I don't know. I really don't know. So I'm kind of like on the same level as you here with like the amount of insight that I have. And it is true that there are certain streams where there will be like far less like subscribers or bits or whatever. And there are also streams where I recently saw, God, what was that? I think, let me see. I think there was once that we rated a streamer who only had like 3,000 subs or so, 3,000 followers or so, but then he had like 1,500 subs, which I was just like blown away by, because if you just do the quick math, it's like 1,500 subs. Just do that 2 times 2.5, because Twitch takes like half the cut. That means he makes like 3,000 a month. I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, in follower size, you're not that much bigger. Generally, like in viewer size, like they also didn't tend to be that much bigger. But I was like, how the fuck does that work? Like, how does that happen? And I don't know. That's the main thing. I don't know. The thing which I feel a lot, and is like if I look at these streamers, like there's either like one of three things going on. One, either like it is a streamer that's very focused on like one category where they're pushing a certain incentive. So like what I've seen works very well is like with Warframe, where people would say for 50 subs or 100 subs to this channel, I'll give away a free Prime access. So the idea is they make, for like 100 subs, they make $250. They'll give away a Prime access for $150. They'll make $100, but because like everyone's like, holy fucking shit, we got a sub. If everyone's got like Amazon Prime, basically, because a lot of people do, like people will throw their Amazon Prime, like their Twitch Prime subscription, which is free, towards it, because hey, that gives them a chance to win a like a Warframe $150 Warframe thing for free. That shit tends to work in increasing like sub numbers, but I have no fucking clue if that actually like really works, because what I find with all these streamers, like the moment they stop doing like that one thing, the moment the incentive drops, like their entire community drops. So I think it's a kind of like a method where you just like literally shoot yourself in the foot. Then like the second option is that it's like someone who is being pushed like really hard. Like a lot of times, like you'll see this with like creators who want to push for a partner or like push for a certain thing, and they're like generally tend to also be supported by like big streamers around them. They'll be like, oh my god, let's push this person to partner, let's push this person to like whatever the goal is. At that point in time, there seems to be like an uplift in support where it's like, holy fucking shit, here we go, let's support this boy, woo! And what you'll see then is like there's people going to be like throwing around a lot of like support that way, because hopefully that will like get them to the stage where they want to be. A lot of times what I find is like, hey, that may work for a very short period of time, but that period of time like really quickly like bursts, and then it's just like over. That like they kind of never go back to that level where they were at that time that they were having this massive push of support. So at that time, like at that point in time, I find it kind of like it's a snapshot of the moment that isn't really like consistent. It's just like it's kind of fleeting. So yeah, that's the second thing. So like first thing is like artificially like inflating the amount of views and bits you get, because, or like the amount of subs and bits you get, because you give an incentive. The moment you take the incentive away, it's gone. Second thing is like you're getting an increased amount of support from like other people, because like you're pushing for something. That's a snapshot in time which is very fleeting, doesn't really tend to last all that much either. So for those two methods, I really I can kind of see how that's been achieved, but I've never really been jealous of that at all, because I think that that's basically just like sacrificing the long term of your like channel success for the short term. Like you're using something like of like support, or you're using something like an incentive to get people to sub or throw bits at you, which doesn't really work naturally. I think that when it comes to like the incentive of like a giveaway, it's kind of like very clear as to like what people like, hey, you know, here's a giveaway, go give me money so you can get this thing, which is kind of dumb. It's like kind of like giving you like a fake sense of security that, you know, you have people to support you, where in fact like people are just like entering a raffle basically. But even with like the streamer that gets massive amounts of support from like its peers because of, oh, we're pushing for a partner, that's also something which is kind of fleeting and also very much disingenuous in a sense, because I never really like to talk about money stuff. It's just that you bring this up right now, Rahab, that I kind of want to like dive into it. But one thing which I really don't want you guys to take away from this is that you should support me because, oh my god, like I'm not having that many subs as like these other people, and like I'm not like making $3,000 a month, and like, oh my god, you know, you should put, like, I don't want that. I feel that like the best way for like me, like the way that I see my channel, like, or like this entire thing, like this Twitch thing and this YouTube thing, work out best is if it's like, if it leaves a positive experience with the people that watch it. So with that, I mean that you watch content where you're like, holy fucking shit, I enjoy that. Or you watch a stream where you're like, holy fucking shit, I enjoy that. And you're also like, you know, having this experience where if you want to support, you're gonna like get out of that in a good way. Like I want you guys to like be better at the end of the day after watching the stream or after watching the video that I make. Does that mean that like you're gonna watch my content and then like become like completely changed and gonna be like, oh my god, I figured out like the meaning of life, I'm gonna like beat everything, I'm gonna know everything? Like, no, not really. I'm not gonna promise you that. But if only, like, you know, like you just have this in the background of like while you're working, and you're just like, oh man, like if this wasn't in the background, it'd just be quiet, but now it is in the background, I'm still working, but you know, hey, you know, there's just some noise in the background, it's a bit better. Like, hey, I see that as an absolute fucking win. I say that's an absolute fucking win. Me just being some background noise, which otherwise just would have been silence, and you like enjoy that just a little bit more, that's a win. However, here's what the problem gets into. It's like, if I'm gonna be pushing for support, it's like, man, I'm so much struggling, I can barely get by, please give me support. Or like, oh man, I want to get to partner, please help me get to partner, please give me support. It's like, you're kind of like, I'm kind of like pushing buttons at you to like try to manipulate you to like give me money, basically. Like that's what it comes down to. And I don't really think that adds a positive experience, because I kind of want to try and make you do something which you may not want to do, because like that's why I have to manipulate you. Because like, why would I otherwise have to manipulate you to like try and do shit? Because like, if you wanted to do that initially, you would have already done that. So that is something where I'm like, basically that doesn't add up with like the idea that I want this to be an overall positive experience. Because you may actually sit around and like, I've had this shit, I've done this myself, because like I've done this on Twitch, I've had people that I've followed that wanted to get pushed for partner, and I like, the moment they fucking started like bada bing bada boom, I just threw my sub at them, because you know, there was this like push for like, oh my god, get a hype train going, get this going. I know how that goes, and I know that I ended up regretting it. I know that like sometimes I subscribed and I was like, holy fucking shit, I'm now subscribed to 10 people this month, that's $50. I could have used that $50, but now I've thrown it at streamers, and I didn't really like, I don't know, like, it's fine, I guess, but I'm not happy with that, and I don't want that. I want like support to come from like a genuine place where like, hey, you know, I can afford this, I think it's worth it, here we go. So that's why I don't think these first two methods really work for me. I will never be able to do that, and like, I'm kind of glad that I'm not doing that, because I wouldn't be happy with that. I also don't think that, like, as I said, both these methods are very fleeting and like only of like a very short moment. So it's also not like something where you can say like, hey, you know, right now I'm earning $3,000 a month, I can see that expanding in the future. It's like, no, you know that you'll be doing that for like a couple of months, and then like it will just drop right down. So you don't know what your baseline is, you don't know if you can use that money to invest, you don't know if you have to save up because it's going to be harder, you don't know. Like, inflation of your numbers for a very short period of time is actually the worst thing that you can have, because you don't know what the future will bring, but you know it's going to be not this. So yeah, that's basically it. Let me catch up right here with chat a little bit. Let's see. Jin says, apparently Alien Techware's latest laptop model seems promising. Ooh, interesting. Good for gaming. I've not seen that before. The one laptop that really stood out to me was like the Asus one with like the extra screen. I don't know what they call it, but it's like the ProBook, ZenBook, I don't know, fucking like Asus, whatever. It's like, it's got like a screen like right here, so like if you open it up, It's got like a screen here, and it's got the keyboard a little bit more to the front. It looks kind of cool, but yeah, I haven't given it a shot because like I don't really like do laptop reviews or so. Not really big into like the world of laptops. Let's see. Perhaps a self-reliance is a great thing. It's easier to train if you've got it in a set schedule, though. Yeah, like that's for sure. Perhaps I don't need to be told what I already know. Jen says, link to Michel's OnlyFans for 100,000 streaming points when. Damn. Let's see. Jen says, I hate to do this to Mac a bit, but sounded somewhat like him, although he wasn't manipulative. Like, I never want to start drama with someone on stream, and like I'm not afraid of drama, to be honest, because like I don't like I've not seen like I've only had drama for a very short period of time with Warframe. That was like 1 year of drama with Warframe. That was like one of the 2 or 3 years that I did Warframe very intensely. After that, like it's been 4 or 5 fucking years without any drama, so I'm not afraid of that because like I've not seen it in like the longest time. That said, I do think it's like I do think it's common courtesy to like not really like go after someone unless like there is a clear incentive or like there's a clear reason to, but even so, it's like the only reason I would see for going after someone is like, why would I busy myself with someone if I don't want anything from them, right? Because like if I want something from someone, like I'll have to like engage with them to like try and make them do something. If I don't want something from someone, then why should I waste my time like talking about them, thinking about them, that sort of thing, like spitting drama with them if I don't want anything from them? Because like if I don't want to do that, then I'm just like wasting mental effort and I'm wasting just like time on the stream or content or whatever, which I could have also put into like good use. So like I don't really subscribe to that all that much. So basically like the only way like I would like bring up other people is like either in like a positive way because like, oh my god, check them out, or it's like if I want something from someone, that I better like engage them in like the most positive way towards them, because like that like they're like there's a higher chance if I approach a person like more positively that they will actually do the thing that I want them to do, rather than that I like start throwing shit at them. Because if I start throwing shit at them, like the chances that they won't want to do what I want them to do are just gonna go straight down. So I don't really want to search yet. That's why like I will not name like the person, like, but Jen, you know. It's like I don't think that situation, like that was the person who I saw where it's like, holy shit, you are not that much bigger than me, but the amount of money in subscribers and bits that you're getting in is more money than I have seen in my entire fucking career. How the fuck? I was actually a little bit floored by that, but that was done with a lot of pushing, and I do feel that pushing kind of like negatively had an effect on like people watching. It definitely had a negative effect on me, because like I've also had other streamers who are like, the moment I rated them, for instance, like they would welcome the raid with like, hey everyone, how's it going? By the way, it's September, so you can subscribe for half off, and thank you so much who just subscribed. You can continue your subscription like next month for full price. It's like I was like, man, you didn't even say hello. You didn't even welcome us to like to your crib. You didn't even say like, man, welcome, how y'all doing? You just wanted money. It's like I know that that's probably not as bad intended, but that's how it comes across, and I hate how that comes across. So I'm out. So yeah. Oh man, don't forget the Twitter drama. They actually deleted their account recently, right? I think I shared that there. So yeah. Michel made me, but you partly taught me. Damn. Anyway, I see y'all have like over 100,000 points. Goddamn. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, overall, let me see. Like, this is just off the cuff right now, so I don't have the notes that I had before. I vanquished the drama queens. You definitely did, Rahab. You definitely did. If they ever come back, I'm gonna like come to you and be like, Rahab, what the hell's going on? Why do you got drama people now? Why the hell we got drama people now? Rahab, I'm paying you. I'm not paying you. I'm not paying you to do your job, and you're not doing your job because there's drama now. What do you got to say about that? And there we go. What Twitter drama? Oh, whenever all the way back when someone wanted to like kick me out of the Warframe partner program because they were salty AF. And yeah, recently I figured out apparently they deleted their account. They apparently just deleted all their socials. They were done with it. I'm just kind of like, yo, who's the more professional streamer now, bitch? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. It's also so very interesting because like you see so many like creators who like make it quote unquote big, but they only do it for like 1 or 2 years and then just like they stop. It's like you're just like a really bright flame in a pan and you're gone after that. It's like what's worth more, right? So like that's kind of like how I approach this. It's like I'd rather build like up a community and foundation better over time. That's why I spend a lot of time like throwing all my content on like Twitch, because it doesn't really do much for me financially. It doesn't really create new content, but hey, you know, I like it because I feel like my channels are more solid and my foundation for me is better if I have my content more spread out on multiple platforms and it's complete. So you can also go back to it and like see it. And, like, I like that. I like that. Does that make me money? Not really, but hey, you know, it's cool. I like it. Mayhaps they're dead, and someone who planned the disposal ceremony deleted the account. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, you can still see the response to the tweets, but you can't see the original tweet anymore, I guess, because it's gone. But it's still in the stream. There's still a stream where we went over it when the tweets were live, so you can still go back and see it, because it's on the archive on like Twitch and YouTube. Nothing will ever be deleted. It's all saved to history. It's saved to time. But yeah, anyway, like, I've seen way too many streamers, basically, or content creators that have earned a lot more money than I have, but right now are far more miserable, or like posting far less money for far less content, or just like kind of done with it, or like kind of stuck in a spiral where they're creating shit which really doesn't motivate them or really doesn't inspire them. Or they have communities which are just very focused on one single game. If they do anything else, the community hates them. And I'm just kind of like, man, you know, I wouldn't trade with y'all. I would not trade with y'all for one single second, because I am so, like, I'm so much more, like, I like the community we got. I like what we have right now, even if it's small. I think it's way better than, like, you know, sitting here making Warframe guides for, like, 6, 7, 8 years in a row. I'd be fucking, oh, man. I would not be able to do that. I would not be able to fucking do that, dude. I'd be done. I'd be fucking done. I would have literally gone insane. So, yeah. Anyway, speaking of content and speaking of streams, let's see. So this week, right now, we, like, there'll be 3 videos coming out. We're gonna have a 2-minute slashes come out. We're gonna have a, like, the 2 parts of Horizon Forbidden West come out, and then hopefully by probably Wednesday or so, we're gonna go back into Horizon Forbidden West on the stream. I am thinking right now, and this is just like me, like, throwing shit at the wall, because, like, I'm kind of freestyling right now. Remember when I said I wanted to structure my streams? This is an unstructured stream, so we're just going, like, I'm just, like, kind of, like, rambling a little bit. Please forgive me for that. But yeah, like, what I want to do, like, what I've been looking at is that, let's see how I'll phrase this. I've been thinking a lot, especially when it came to, like, the last stream we did about, like, the free-to-play, pay-to-play games. I've been thinking a lot about what it means for me to like a game, and, like, how much I can get, like, attached to a game again. I would actually love, I should ask if, like, I should ask someone right now. I actually want to ask another Warframe creator, or, like, past Warframe creator, and kind of, like, see what their experience with the game has been, or, like, what their experience right now is. Because, like, what I'm feeling is, how do I phrase this? So last time we explored that there are parts of free-to-play games which I don't like, because, like, they're sacrificing a large part of core fundamentals of gameplay for the sake of engagement and monetization to keep their games afloat. That's something which I hadn't really seen before, but once you see it, it's kind of hard to, like, grapple with that, because it goes a lot against some core values. That said, it's like I do notice that I have a fun time playing with people, like, playing it with friends, because, like, you can make anything fun with friends. But by myself, I'm not really enjoying something like Apex or Warframe anymore. So initially this year, I thought about like, maybe using, what's it called, like, the 2-minute slash dash on different platforms. I was thinking about, like, bringing that back. Why did I say platforms? In 2 different games, to, like, bring that back into 2 different games. I thought about doing the 2-minute slash in Apex and Warframe, kind of, like, introducing that, like, back into the channel, so that what basically would happen is, like, a very slow convergence from, like, the old Warframe style I used to do into, like, the Apex style, and I could, like, make like, guide tutorial videos which would be more easily findable for the gaming channel. Such that, you know, people would be helped with, like, hey, you know, this is my understanding of the game, and this is my understanding of small little parts of it, and if people, like, discover that, maybe they join in. But the thing which I find is, like, I'm not that invested in these games anymore. So can I still do this? Like, I'm working on, like, the 2-minute slashes right now. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be released, but will I ever go back into Warframe where I'm gonna be watching every dev stream, where I'm gonna be playing every single bit of content? I don't know. I actually, like, I would love to. Maybe if I can, like, play a bunch with some people and be like, oh man, it's so much fun, woo! like I'll get back into it, but I don't think so, because like I thought I would have that with Apex. I didn't really have that with Apex. I don't really see it in any other game where I really have that committal that I used to have back in the day with Warframe, where I would just spend years and years just like playing Warframe every single day for like multiple hours a day. I think that has changed. So I don't think that's something I can do anymore, because literally, like, the thing which I discovered, especially between that time and now, is like there's so many other cool games out there. It's like I really begun to appreciate single player games. I really begun to appreciate playing, like, I want to play Black Mesa, I want to play Warhammer, I want to play like the new Destiny expansion. So if I want to cover all that, then basically like I can't really do these in-depth tutorials or guides anymore. So I'm kind of like, man, you know, that kind of sucks. Because I don't think I'll have that dedication to these games anymore as I used to have before, and I don't think that's a problem. I think that's just part maybe of getting older. So then what do I do? What do I do with the main channel? Because like if I only do like, you know, the playthrough sort of thing, maybe like I want to offer something more. Like I want to offer some more variety to the gaming channel, just similar to what I do with the Twitch, like with the streams. Because like if I look back at the streams, there's so much variety there. And I'm kind of thinking right now, I'm not really set on this yet, but I'm kind of thinking maybe I should use the streams more, like have the streams and the gaming channel like converge more, and then focus my efforts more on the main channel. Because the thing is, like, I still want to dive a lot into technology. Like, I love that shit. I want to dive a lot more into like doing like real life cinematography sort of thing, because that interests me a lot more. And I also want to like be able to like have more time to have fun with collaborations, and have fun with new games that come out, and have fun with like going back to old games, and not kind of be stuck with, oh man, now we have to go for like, if I wanted to do like the 2-minute slash dash thing or the Apex thing, I would have to make 50 videos for, no, not 50. I would have to make 30 to 40 videos about all the Warframes. I would have to make about like 15 to 18 videos. I don't know how many legends are in Apex. I would have to make those about every single legend. And while like I can still do that, it's like I remember back in the day, I would love to just like, I would play the one legend or like one Warframe just like 2 days straight. I would only play missions with that and like try and like refine the build. I don't have the interest in that anymore. It's like, yeah, it's kind of cool, but like I could also just like play some Overwatch with Mike and the boys. I could also like, you know, play Horizon Forbidden West. I could also play Elden Ring. I could also play Black Mesa. I could also play this. It's like, those appeal a lot more to me. And it's kind of just like that I'm sitting here like I could go back to what I used to do before. However, not only do I have an Apex that like I personally don't like it alone, solo. I don't think it's like something I want to get people into. But also Warframe, it's not really in its heyday anymore. So I'm kind of like, what am I doing this for? And I'm considering like if I say like, hey, I'm going to use the streams as video recordings, or like, that sounds weird, but like basically the New War is like the perfect example where like the New War as a stream was a great fun stream. I fucking enjoyed playing for that. And it was also a great fucking video, but it was all like done at the same thing. So what if I use, what's it called? The streams, like what I want to do is I want to structure my streams more, but what if I use the structure of the streams to structure streams that could also be recorded as videos, such that the gaming channel is basically like videos that were taken from the streams. And maybe sometimes I'll like throw in like a special video for like the gaming channel if I have some idea for it. But then what it would have is like, it would have the more personal touch, the more variety touch that the stream has, which like the gaming channel completely doesn't have. I would be able to put more focus into the streams, into like planning them more, because like I'm kind of thinking about maybe what I should want to do is see if we can do like collaboration with a streamer every week. Because like there's a bunch of my friends who I never really like do anything cool with, like the Warframe challenge that I did with Jiso. I kind of think like, what if I could do something like that and like, you know, make it interesting? So like that's something which I'm toying around with my head. I haven't really quite figured it out, because seriously, it's like it's something that I've been thinking about since like last Friday or so, since the last time we did that stream about free to play versus pay to play gaming. Been thinking about that. I'm trying to give it some form and shape in my head, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards too, because like there is a whole bunch of videos that I want to do on the main channel, which concern like, God, where is it? I've had a Raspberry Pi for about a year. I really want to get into the Raspberry Pi and see what I can do with that shit. I've had that for almost a year, and I've not gotten time to get to it because I'm always figuring first, like, what do I do with the stream? What do I do with like the gaming channel? And like the main channel is like the last thing I think about. But I want to get into that, and I also want to get into like more shit, you know, because I like that. So yeah, I'm considering. I'm not quite sure. But yeah, let me see. Makim, how's it going? Look at with your beautiful message of like, blah, 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 and then ooh, the contract. It is contract in like bits. I've signed nothing. You can't make me do it. See, that's the problem. That's the problem, Mudkip. Is like you're arguing with a theme was like the god of contracts. A theme made like invented contracts. So yeah. Rahab says, honestly, the fact that you're conflicted on the matter tells me you don't really want to do that. What's attracting you to Warframe is the hanging out aspect, not necessarily the game itself. True. So like the reason why I would want to go back when it comes to like making content is like threefold, I think. One is reminiscing the good old days. Maybe I can get back to good old days where I used to have fun and enjoy this game. Two, is my YouTube audience still really likes Warframe, and whenever I post something that isn't Warframe, they don't really fight with that. And I think that the big part is that I haven't really done the conversion into like something else that I've done now. And you can do a hard conversion where it's like, right now we're gonna do no more Warframe. And I think like that is something which a lot of creators do, but it doesn't work. Because all of a sudden, like, you stop feeding people, like, a certain type of content, and then you just, like, switch over to something else, and, like, people get confused. Rightfully so. They're totally in the right to, like, be confused about that. So it's much better to, like, gradually converse, which we've done here on Twitch. On Twitch here, we have gradually done this conversion, because, like, I went from, like, really loving this game to not so much loving that game, and you saw that happen live on stream. And you can, like, go for the streams in the archive, where you see me, like, being less enthusiastic about it, and then discovering Fallout, and discovering this, and, like, you can see that. But I don't really have that on YouTube, because I've always treated YouTube as like a scripted thing or something where like, you know, I have to like do a certain thing. So initially what I thought was like, I'm gonna do the streams, I'm gonna like take like the two uploads from like the two highlights from like the gameplay session, I'm gonna throw that on YouTube for extra content and maybe some like synthesization between like stream and YouTube, and then I'm gonna like be myself and have the story arc through here on Twitch, and I'm also gonna be myself and have the story arc through YouTube, but I'm gonna do that separately. And I'm kind of thinking like, it's kind of weird, like I can't do a stream where I'm like, man, you know, Warframe is so much great, I'm having so much fun, oh man, you know, this is the second time. It's kind of like, I don't know, man, I'm not quite sure. Like, I can't have that realization that you see me having on stream, for instance, with Apex, where I'm like, man, this shit isn't fair. Yeah, I can't have that realization on stream and on video at the same time. But what if like I combine the two then? So like that's kind of what I'm thinking about. But yeah, the first thing was like converging the audience a little bit. The second thing was wishing back for the good old days, maybe. And the third thing was that I do think that the 2-minute // format is a pretty good format. Because, like, if I go look at, like, guides and tutorials right now, holy fucking shit do they suck. It's like, if I go look for guides and tutorials, it's literally like, here is the beginner's guide. Welcome, everyone, to the beginner's guide. Let me give you a little bit of a rundown from the beginner's guide. So, my name is Guide for the Beginners. And go Rahab! Woo! There we go. Thank you so much for taking that down. You're right here. You're right here. The content police, or like the chat police, the chat cop. Rahab is the chat cop right here, taking down fucking bots. Woo! But yeah, so here is a standard guide, which you'll find everywhere, okay? Actually, there's multiple guides, but this is basically the premise of the guide. Welcome everyone to a brand new video where today I'm going to be guiding you through this game. So this game right here is a brand new fucking game, or a really old fucking game. Who knows? This is the game that we're going to be playing. You can see me playing it here in the background. If you like this content, if you want to subscribe to this content, please go like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. Also, I stream this game over on Twitch, so you can check me out on Twitch. I really appreciate it. Please share this video to all of your friends. And before we get into the video, let's just say that, like, man, I've been playing this game for such a long time. I really fucking enjoy. For 2 fucking minutes just rambling, not really getting to the point. That's like, all right, now let's get to the guide. So first things first, you want to log in. Now the way you're gonna log in is you're gonna grab yourself a keyboard. You know, a keyboard is like a board with like keys on it, and then you're gonna plop it down, and you're gonna like learn the alphabet, which got some letters in it, but you just gotta have to learn it. Okay. Once we're logged in, then you're gonna have to select your character. Now the characters are different. You got 3 characters, and you can choose which character you want. So that means you can only have one, but the other ones will be able to get them later, but you can only have one. Alright, so then we have a very intricate system, which like I'm just gonna gloss over, and now we're gonna get into the game. It's like literally like these videos are like made to be all-encompassing, but because of that they're so bloated. Like you have a lot of like self-promo shit, you have a lot of like needless fluff, and you also have a lot of like, oh hey, here is some very easy shit that everyone will skip through that no one's interested in. Oh, here we're very quickly glancing over some very important shit that people may actually want to learn. Oh, and now it's some stupid other shit that I don't want to learn about. It's like, it's so bloated, where it's like, hey, what I loved about the 2-minute // it was like 2 minutes about one single topic. So it's like, if you're interested in what the starter Warframes are, but you're not interested in the mod system, fuck yeah, bitch, you can only watch 2 minutes on the starter Warframes. There it is. It's done. Oh, but you're interested in actually like how to navigate a star chart? 2 minutes, bitch. You can go in there. You don't have to see anything else. So I thought that the format actually worked very well. So like I still love the format. I love the style of video. I love the way it's shot. I just don't have the interest in the game that much that I can be like, oh man, let me go and like try and fine tune the build. I kind of hate that because like right now I'm like, man, I love the format. I love the style, but like I don't know if I can make it anymore. So yeah. Anyway, let me see here. But yeah, a theme says a contract's more than mere ink on paper. It's a spoken word. Make you do something. A contract merely exists as a bond. Its simplicity is often overlooked. It might happen in a goal solitaire soon. Perhaps synthesizing the two would give you advantages, but it also become more efficient. I think more streamlined with less effort put into maintaining free channels. Yeah, like I'm kind of worried that it might come across like, oh my god, it's becoming a highlight channel now. I'm pretty sure I can keep it away from being a highlight channel as long as I like, you know, structure it right. But yeah, I'm close to reconsidering this, basically, like going with this. You can also do something stupid and play League of Legends. I've actually gotten someone's gotten me to play League. I played it a bit. I was like, man, these matches take hella long. I don't know if I'll like I know people get toxic about this shit. Like if I play this with a friend, I'll play this, but I don't know. So like that's the thing. Like the thing which I'm also finding is like I'm not really all that interested in really long ass games anymore. I remember Lost Ark came out. Lost Ark you can spend thousands of hours into. Like World of Warcraft I could get into, spend thousands of hours into. But I don't really know if I wanted to lock myself down into one single game. Because the thing which I find with like very fucking grindy games, like back in the day with like, for instance, like Warframe or so, like I really had this belief where, oh my god, there's like the best story ever, because I didn't really have much reference outside of that game. Now I know what amazing games are like, what for instance, like the Horizon series, Ghost of Tsushima. I even really enjoyed Cyberpunk for what it is. I enjoy all these different games that are coming out where I can have these experiences in like 20 to 60 hours and then I can move on to like another game, and like maybe that's like a little bit more like jumping up and down and not like maybe not really following something, which is always interesting. But I like the variety. I like exploring different things rather than like, hey, here's a story but you're gonna have to play 200 hours before you can get to the next chapter. I'm like, why? And like what I also find is like a lot of my friends, like they're not really interested in like sticking around like one single game anymore. It's like 2 years ago, was it 2 years ago? Maybe 1.5 years ago, maybe 1 year ago, I discovered Apex through Defton. And like I knew that like a whole bunch of people were playing Apex. I knew like Defton was playing Apex, I knew Jiso was playing Apex, I knew Mogama was playing Apex, I knew Cole was playing the Apex, I knew Emil was playing Apex. Down discovered like through stream that Rascals was playing Apex, Espinus was playing Apex. Through Mogama's Discord, I discovered like Asen and Cinder and like Mike and like all these really cool people that play Apex. It's like, oh my god, it's so cool. Back in the Warframe days, we also used to do this. Maybe like this can be the next thing. But like the thing which I discovered is like a lot of these people just kind of like very quickly like stop playing because it's like a peak of interest and it kind of like dies down because at the end of the day, it's just a game. And like that's like the best realization you can actually have is like it's just a game. So if you've kind of gone through like the initial phase, you've unlocked the legends, kind of like, yeah, you know, either I'm gonna like really enjoy what this thing offers and I'm gonna like try and like get to like platinum, diamond, masters or so, and you'll do that once and like that will be quite a grind and you're like, okay, yeah, I've done this and that's it. Or you'll kind of like not like it all that much, but hey, you want to kind of like try and get better, but then the game is not fair and you kind of like struggle and like you get more and more frustrated with it over time until at some point in time you kind of get to that point where you're like, oh, I don't want to play this anymore. And that's what I found. It's like it's no longer like back in the Warframe days, I felt like, hey, we can play this game for literally ever. Now like I see even with the social element, like people move on, which I think is a lot more like healthy that people do that. It's a lot more natural. But yeah, that means that like devoting myself to one single game for like a really long time, like a really big game, it's like I don't know if I want to do that still. And that's definitely something which I also want to explore maybe in a podcast if someone is down, to see like how their perception has changed with regards to something like this. If that's the direction that appeals to you, that I'd go with that. Doing with friendship. So like the thing which I do want to watch out for is that like I communicate this clearly and I think about this through clearly, because I made a big mistake back in 2018 or so when I created my second YouTube channel. Because back then I thought, I believed, and that's the direction which I felt was right, that my main channel was now a vlog channel, and my gaming things didn't have any relevance to that anymore. So if I wanted to do gaming, I should do that on a side channel. Stupid me didn't realize that all my fucking videos were still gaming videos. Stupid me didn't realize that all my fucking vlogs were about me prepared to go to TennoCon. So whenever I started my brand new gaming channel, for fuck's sake, it just set me back all the way back to square one. And I didn't fucking know. So since then I want to sanity check first of all with with myself, but also with you guys, being hey, does it make sense to you? And if you're hey, you're now making your gaming channel into a highlight channel, I fucking hate that. Or hey, you promised at the start of the year you'd do 2 minutes. Where are my 2 minutes? It's then I do want to make sure that I toss it back and forth. Let's see. Fim says the relationships of the world, like friendship and sentimentals, aren't defined by contracts. They're loose and sometimes unpredictable, misguided by unexpressed thoughts. So by what means do you think one does bind friendship, friend? Rahab. I eat the bots, Rahab says. The thing that pissed me off about that bot is that the creator misspelled the name. Fucking dense. Oh man. Maybe they just made a whole bunch of names which almost look like the actual thing, right? Let's see. Mukip says, but you won't let me taxi you to Aram. I like Cyberpunk, but then they removed the free Mantis blades, and now I want to commit CBT on all the deaths till it gets edited back. It's just a game sentence makes me remember old Fortnite back in season 3, why everyone played the game, and then Epic Games ruined the game. Let's see. Epic has been ruining games long before Fortnite. I know, it's because that's why I don't play their games anymore. Though I do like them because they sponsored MetaRunner. So that's the thing, it's where's the balance, right? The thing which I think is the stage where I'm at right now. So what I'm thinking now, this might change over time, right? Back in the day, I felt that games could generally do no wrong because they were created by people that had the best in mind, the best intentions. They were trying to make the best product possible. So even if something was wrong, they will fix it because they want everyone to be happy. That's what I initially thought. That's where it came from when I started playing Warframe. So whenever someone would be mad at Warframe, I'd be like, man, I hate this shit. I'd be like, man, don't be so negative, because, maybe it's shitty a little bit right now, but they're trying to make the best game possible. So if you just post in the forum, say hey, I do not like that this game does not really have endgame, then these devs will grazingly read your post. They'll be like, oh my god, this person is suffering. Listen, we are going to bring this to you. It's going to take time, but we will bring it to you, and we will grace you with this. But until then, please play our game because we need you, okay? And then everything will be fine because that's what I believed. Then I discovered that's not the way that fucking works. It's a lot of times it's just metric. It's hey, what is most important to us? Is it new players? Is it middle players? Is it the end game players? Is it engagement? Is it monetization? Especially with free-to-play games, they'll look at where can we make the most money out of? How can we keep the most players active? If that means we're gonna remove rates, if that means we're gonna remove endgame, doesn't matter how many times our fucking players have oh please can I have some endgame, sir? Doesn't matter how many times they've said that. It doesn't matter how many hours they've played where they weren't really happy, but hey, I'm still supporting the game. Doesn't matter at all because it's all about the raw numbers. But what do we want to do? What kind of direction does the company want to have? Crunch is something that companies have. Companies it's not going to be all perfect. So then I kind of went into this mindset of well, I don't support that. I like this world where everything's all perfect. I don't like it when things aren't all perfect, so I will not support it. I will not play a single minute more of a game that I do not fully support. And then I discovered there's basically no game that I can fully support. So yeah, right now I'm kind of of the mindset where it's hey, as long as you have a balance where it's hey, I know that this game is on something shitty, they'll probably not change things that I don't like. So can I live with this? If so, if it's reasonable for me to live with unfair matchmaking, or if it's reasonable for me to live with the way that this developer screwed up this game or screwed up other games in the past, if that's okay, I'll play this game and have fun. I'll not mind. If I can't get over that, I'll stop playing it. And that's where Apex right now is in this weird balance where I'm fine, I can get over all the shit with Apex if I'm playing with friends. If I play by myself, the balance is in the other way, and I hate it. So yeah. Rahab says, to be fair, you've clearly put more thought about it this time around. I probably have, but then again, I don't know. I'll only know later on, so yeah. Rahab says, I cannot forgive them for dropping Unreal Tournament. Malcolm says, I never played Unreal Tournament, so I don't know the hype about it. Put it this way, Unreal Tournament series was on par with the hype of Call of Duty or Halo back in its day. I also never played Call of Duty or Halo either, even though I'm an Xbox 360 player. Damn. Oh my god, I had an adult game developer literally say that to me. Oh boy. Let's see, Rap says, it was a game that gave Epic its fame and success, basically. It is also the reason the Unreal Engine is called the Unreal Engine. It was iconic for the company for years, to the point where they even made a mini documentary about it. Yeah. Like, I've also not played it myself, but, like, I know, like, it's been very, very significant, and it's unfortunate that it's been screwed over to the point where right now, a lot of people in, like, the upcoming generation don't even know about it, where they do know about, like, Halo, they do know about Call of Duty, like, they do know about these franchises being big, but they don't know about Unreal Tournament, which is absolutely a fucking shame. I'll probably, like, go and cover it at some point. So yeah, I don't care about Epic Games enough to care about anything that isn't the weekly free games. So like, that's also something, like, I've kind of stopped, like, collecting my weekly free games because, like, I never played them and I don't really give a fuck. But, it's like, yeah, it's like, there's shit that Epic does which I don't like. But hey, you know, if they give me free games, then I don't mind. So like, that's something where it's like, you find a balance. Like, is this what they've done bad enough for me to, like, not feel comfortable with, like, accepting their service? And you make up the balance. And I think that that's a much better way to choose than being like, oh my god, developers are great and fantastic, or everything sucks and I will not support anything that isn't like 100% perfect. Because you'll never find that. You'll never find these two. But you kind of tend to be pushed in back for another. For reference, after an update to said adult game, there was a lot of people complaining about the lack of male-to-male content. I answered a developer in a more diplomatic way than most commenters were being. Yeah. It's unfortunate the way that it goes. Like, the thing which I find, like, if anything, like, the thing which I find a little bit shady when it comes to, like, this entire, like, community coordinated thing, where it comes to, like, games, like, having this community team that kind of responds to the people and sort of thing. It's like, I hate how they're kind of, like, pushing this narrative of like, oh my god, it's perfect and the game developers will care about you and like it will be resolved. Like, I get that it's in their best interest. So basically, like, what you have with a lot of these free-to-play games is that, like, a lot of young people will play them. A lot of young kids will play them because they will not have a lot of pocket money. They will not have a lot of, like, money in general to spend on games. They will have a whole heck of a lot of free time, and they'll have a bunch of friends that will also have not a lot of money, but a whole heck of a lot of free time. So if they find a game which is free to play, and like, they're like, holy shit, I can just play this for free, and there's hours, thousands of hours in here, and I can play with my friend, holy fucking shit, that's a good-ass deal. Then you start playing it, and that's like your first experience with the game. And if then like you kind of like grow up with this idea of like, oh my god, like you're kind of naive because you don't know like how bad the world sometimes can be, so you're assuming the best, which is totally fine. But then like if that is also proposed, like even like exacerbated a little bit, like it's being added on by like devs coming out and be like, oh my god, yeah, we listen to every single person that posts on our forums, oh my god, like we really care about you, oh my god, you're so important to us, oh my god, like it's only because of you that, like, you know, we can do it, so we support you, you support us, we support you. Like, they're really pushing this narrative that, like, you know, they're listening and they're very like responsive and you're so important and it would suck to see you not happy. Whereas in reality, it's like, it's literally a numbers game. And like, I hate that disingenuousness because it kind of like enhances like the naivety of these people. Like, especially these young kids that are kind of like just naive about the situation. And it kind of gets them to like treat and see like these games and these companies in such a more worse way than, you know, they're actually like it moves them further away from reality. And I don't like that they're pushing this thing which moves them further away from reality, which most likely is unconsciously. I don't like that. So yeah, let's see. Yeah, also remember Titanfall? Damn, dude, Titanfall, man. Rab says, so you contact the developer of the game, and then they literally said, I hear you, and that's valid, but if you want to see more things you like in our game, the best way is to monetarily support it. Yeah. Like, you know, like that's what they'll do. It's like, man, I'm so sorry. Like, hey, man, I'm so sorry you've had such a bad experience. Like, you know, I'm just trying to make the best game, but we're such a small studio. We can't do it. So, hey, you know, if you can, like, support us, then, like, we'll make sure that we'll do right by you. And, you know, like, we really appreciate it. We're so happy with all these players that continuously play the game like yourself. It's like, oh, man, it's like, just shut the fuck up. Just be like, hey, you know, sucks, but like we're having this objective. This is our monetization objective. This is where we're going. Right now, you're not falling into the majority group of players that will actually like give us the most return on investment. So maybe if we reach our ROI goals of like the next coming 2 years, maybe we'll like do a little special thing. But we'll see about that. Like that will be a lot more realistic. Just be fucking neutral about it. Don't push people in either direction. But yeah. It's still a game that has something that no other games has. It's just left to die. Yeah, Titanfall is so sad, man. Perhaps that's completely overlooking the fact I just pointed out that I have no reason to support it financially since there's nothing to interest me, other than that some fake promise that eventually they'll throw something in there. The content of that game was already noticeably lower in size than ever. Yeah, like that's what they'll do, and that's something which like a lot of people fell for with Warframe, and I fell for it with Warframe, where they were constantly promising. It's like, yeah, but like the next story will be greater. Oh yeah, the next quest will be better. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have this and this and this and this and this. Just please continue to support us, because even if you don't like Railjack, you know we're gonna have the new war. Who knows when it's gonna be out? It's gonna be out this year. If it doesn't come out this year, we're gonna be like, I'm gonna be an idiot. Oh, it doesn't come out until 2 years later. Oh man, I'm an idiot. Ugh. Yeah. Let's see. That's the same stance let's see. I don't care about Epic Games stuff. That's the same stance I have on them now. Any support I had for them died when they dropped all their main projects and just focused on microtransactions in Fortnite. Made them a shit ton of money though, but yeah. Epic made a whole bunch of money from Fortnite, which is what it is. So yeah. Anyway, I don't know how we got there. I don't know why we're in this, like what we're talking about. We just got onto tangent. I'm not sure. The video says the way the deal is supposed to go is the way the deal is supposed to go is the devs make good content first and the players pay up, not the other way around. It depends. It depends, because like you also have like founders access, where basically the idea is like we'll show you the potential of what our game can do, and if you give us more money, like if you fund this game, then we'll make it. So I can see how that works. However, the thing that must be really important is that there's transparency and clarity about, hey, you know, you can support us, and if you support us, there's just like, you know, if people don't support this game, the game will die. But like, I just want it to be like, if people complain like, hey, you know, rates were taken out of the game. Okay, so yeah, let's use this example. So there was this game called Warframe, which is like a game which has like a whole bunch of like features around it, and one of the things was raids. And raids was like the only little bit of endgame content that this game had, and basically what they did is they removed the raids because they said like it is not accessible to new players. The endgame content is not accessible to new players, and there's also a whole bunch of bugs. Every single time we want to implement this is a really old bit of like game, which like every single time we want to update our game, which we do quite frequently, we're gonna have to like run through so many bugs because this shit is like bugging the shit out. It's like, that's what I said. And then when people complain about it, because people loved this only little bit of endgame they had, they were like, oh my god, but this is what we're gonna do. Look at this. Look at this. We have renders, we have sketches, we have sketches of a whole better raids, like dark sector raids, man. It's gonna be so much better. It's gonna be coming out soon, okay? Just keep supporting our game. It's like, that shit was all bullshit. It's like, okay, this is the way that you should have addressed that, okay? It's like, alright. So we need to talk about rates, alright? We from our data, we know that there is about 5% of our player base that enjoys to play that. 95% of our, like, let's see, 5% of our player base consistently plays that on a regular, like, basis. About 15% plays it once or twice a month. About 80% just plays it once or never gets to it and then never comes back to it again. At the same time, we have this game mode, which basically requires about 40, 50, 100, 200 man hours per update to fix the bugs that are in it, because the code is really old. And reworking the entire code to make sure that it will align with like the new updates and won't be as buggy will actually take us like as much time as making a short quest. On the short quest, we'll see that 65% of players will play that, and we'll actually see a return on investment, or like we'll see a monetary return of about like, we'll see about 20% of these players actually like giving us money after that for like the packs that we deliver with that. If we were going to rework raids, then that would cost the same amount of time, but we could only expect basically to see like 10% of the players, 10% of players like play more actively, and the rest, the numbers kind of remain the same. this is not in our financial interest right now. We do realize there's people that really love this, but right now, like, we cannot sustain this. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this, because that is in our best interest. We're going to focus more on like these areas, which are a lot more interesting to us, like new players, where like we see like so much return on investment, or mid players, where we see like so much more engagement and so many more players playing with that. So that makes more sense. And maybe in the future, when like we have more time available to us, or whenever like we have this amount of resources or this or that, we will look into revisiting this. But for now, it's on the planning. Like, that is not saying fuck y'all, like low like NBA players, we all hate you, we're like a shitty ass company. It's also not saying like, oh my god, we're your friend and we'll make sure that everything's alright, just keep supporting us. Like, no, it's just giving the facts. Just give them the facts. This is how we made our decision. That's it. If people will not like your company for that, well, who cares? Like, they will not like your company anyways, because you're just giving them the facts. You're giving them the truth without like trying to like push them away from reality. I think that that's the way this shit should be done. So yeah. Anyway, let me see. Saphira, how's it going? Long time no see, that's for sure. How you been? Let's see. Let's see. Fim says, well, usually games are made before they're paid. Remember CDs? Yeah. Rahab says, I can understand the money incentive there, since that can help other projects that they might develop. But the main factor is that they didn't do anything with their project after shifting focus to Fortnite. They just dropped all their old IPs afterwards. They fucking did. I for sure as hell did. Rap says, I still have a shelf full of games of Epic, and yeah, it's a damn disgrace that most games these days are released with a host of bugs. I mean, games used to be released as functionally as possible. Nowadays, it's just a shoddy model and fix it after the fact. Yeah, it's like a very like small little like investment, and then see whether like it's worth fixing, which is sad. Oh boy, it's Virgin. Holy fucking shit, man. How's it going, man? Seriously, like, how have you been? You've changed your name before, right? You've changed your name before, like, yeah, Virgin. I think you had something in between. I'm not quite sure, but I think I've seen you changed your name before as well. But yeah, how have you been, dude? How's everything been? How's like been making cakes and shit? Elden Ring was good when it did come out. Elden Ring has been like a really good release. I kind of really want to play that because like it's, as far as I've heard, it's been like one of the best lately. Remember the Anthem release? Absolutely. Like, that was prime example of like being really shitty with your releases. But yeah, like, how have you been, dude? Let's see. Imagine if you try to run an IRL shop that only lets you browse products after you play it. It's game of the year. Oh yeah, I think so right now. Unless something better could come out. What Anthem did be even considered a release? I mean, we saw that with, what's it called? Battlefield 2042 basically did the same thing. Yeah, like, I don't know. It's a current day release basically. It's like what games do nowadays, and that's only possible because you can update games later on, like after releasing it. So with the Stadium's build, it was just a alpha build. Yeah, it was. I have played for Anthem. It's fun. I think that like I went for Anthem once. I went for like the story thing. I actually did that on stream, but I never saved those streams, so those streams are lost to time. But I actually went for Anthem. I actually was a top streamer in the Anthem directory. If you'll remember that was like fantastic. The fun thing about that was like no one was in the Anthem directory. It was like I was up there because like no one was streaming. I remember like making a post about it because I saw someone else making a post earlier where like, oh my god, I'm near the top of the directory. I'm so grateful. I'm so happy. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna meme that shit. I'm gonna do the same thing for this Anthem directory. Anthem as a story was kind of alright. Like there were a bunch of like things which could have been done way better, but it was serviceable. However, there was like not much else to do, and like the entire loot fiasco where like players were like stifled to get loot, like loot drops were like made worse and shit. Like just didn't help at all. Let's see. I'm good. Been up to a lot of weird shit because of COVID. Oh damn. Tell me what's been going on. What kind of weird shit did you get into? Let's see. Afim says Ghost of Tsushima as well. Same goes for pretty much every Insomniac game. Yeah, have you actually finished Ghost of Tsushima, Afim? Because like I know you played for a bit. I want to know what you think if you finish. I want to know you finish it. But yeah. Let's see. Anthem had so much potential. I think like that's just the potential that we imagined it would have. It's not really like what it did. In terms of loot, you can insta buy 60 plus gear from the get-go. Yeah. Who would want to now? Like there's nothing in there anymore. It's just kind of like meh. So yeah, remember when everyone was touting Anthem to be the great rifle of Warframe? All the people who were claiming it was going to push Warframe as a competitor. Yeah, I remember that. People were like, we were really hoping for that because back then Warframe was getting comfortable because that was 2018. 2018 is literally the year that Warframe just got too comfortable, and like they're still suffering the effect from that now. So like what we saw is like I think Warframe had from 2012 to 2014 really had their early years where they're like trying to figure out their footing. It's like what the hell are we doing? Like what's our game? They were just setting up the game. There was nothing special going on. The game was just like barely running. It was fun. It was a lot of fun because it was very focused on like making the game run, but it wasn't really ambitious or anything. Then 2015 to 2017, 2018 was really their ambitious like peak years because then they were like secondary cinematic quests, open worlds, introducing really cool things that they implement straight away basically. So you take the world by surprise where this like not really known game all of a sudden has really cool features that really make it stand out. So that followed up on each other very quickly where holy fucking shit, now this game can do things and they're implementing things, and like this model, this free-to-play model is so good, it's so insane. Like that really pushed this game up. Like that was when it was like being really good, and it was like you saw the amount of press it was getting was really good, the amount of players it was getting was really good, the atmosphere around it, like the things, like it was a good idea, like it was good. It was good, that's what I'm trying to say. But then they got too comfortable and they just started like announcing shit. They were just like, oh yeah, we're gonna make this, we're gonna remove this, we're gonna make this, and they announced so much shit that wouldn't come out in like 4 years later, where it's like, okay, cool, why should I play a game where things are only going to be released 4 years later? And that's basically like where they kind of like died down because like they got too comfortable and they just didn't really push for anything anymore. And now they're just like meandering about. So if Anthem was good, then that might have pushed Warframe to actually do more. But I don't think like it would have really happened right now because it didn't happen because EA just didn't really make a good game. It kind of blows my mind that like that was fucking Mass Effect people, because Mass Effect, I really enjoyed Mass Effect. It's like I didn't know when I played Anthem that it was made by the Mass Effect people. I knew, but I never played Mass Effect, so I didn't really know what the significance of that was. But when I'm playing for like Mass Effect 1 and 2, god, they're good games. I'm kind of like, how the hell does that happen? But yeah, basically right now you can instantly one-shot everything from the start of Anthem, which removes everything that can even challenge you. Yeah, but yeah. Let's see. Afim said, do you recall us guessing each other's ending? Oh yeah, I do. I do. Oh my god, I do. Like, you just unlocked that memory. I was like, holy fucking shit, now that you say that, the moment you said ending, I was like, fuck yeah. No, I do. Yeah, you did. I see. I remember that. Remember all the times you asked me that? Clearly a discussion of the game should continue to reminisce better with you. Oh man, I'm a little bit tired after that, but yeah, no, I remember that. With how quickly they're releasing the next update after New War, it seems like they might have gone back to their old style of a constant flow of updates, but after the last 5 years, I'm still skeptical. Like, I've heard things that they're releasing a new update, but I think it's like too little too late sort of thing. Like, the problem that you have with Warframe right now is like, back when it was like in its peak, it's like no one knew what this game was. So when this game that was like a nobody game, all of a sudden like made headlines where it's like, holy fucking shit, this is a free-to-play game that gives you cinematic style story quality. This is like a free-to-play game that, you know, made this really cool cinematic style story, but oh my god, it's also got like an open world now. It's like, it really like pushed, like, it had this narrative like, oh my god, you have a game that no one knows, that's kind of like new, but it's trying something else, and holy fucking shit, it's actually working. It's actually doing something, holy shit, you know? It was like, I was building up on that. And now, people know that Warframe is kind of this game which like promises shit but never releases them. And they know what the deal is with Warframe. They know what a free-to-play game is. So if Warframe were now to like push out more updates consistently, first of all, they would have to get rid of the stigma of like, oh my god, it's like they never release something. Then they would have to like stand out among like the crowd of other like free-to-play games where there's so many. So I don't think they can do that. I don't think they can like peak again the way that they did before, because by the time that you'll get around that where it's like, oh my god, there's something really cool about Warframe, it's like, by that time it's like this game is gonna be old as fuck. So I don't think so. I think like they're just gonna like meander about a little bit. For the people that enjoy that game and that will return to it, or like that will stick with it, or like just casually discover the game, it will still be fun. But I don't think they're ever gonna get back to their 2017 level. Yeah, at least a new war got out before Overwatch 2. Yeah, Overwatch 2 is going to be... I have no faith in Overwatch 2 ever releasing. So yeah. Have you seen one of the big things about the new update? The Warframe Within. What? Is that what's it called? I have no idea about that update. I just vaguely know that there's something coming, but I have no idea. I keep forgetting Overwatch 2 until I get spammed by the memes about that no one gives a shit about news about it. So like, the thing which I have when it comes to Overwatch 2 is like, I don't believe in it anymore. It's like, when I saw that like Overwatch was like having some sort of like anniversary thing, like, dude, there are still people working on this, because in my mind, no one's working on Overwatch anymore. Overwatch is like a dead game. Overwatch 2 is also like a dead game. Like, I cannot imagine anyone still working on that, because like they announced that so long ago, and like nothing has changed. No new legends are there, nothing. That I'm like, it's just an old forgotten game in the same way that Modern Warfare 2 is an old forgotten game. So yeah. Let's see, we're getting apartments. We're getting apartments in fucking Warframe. Holy shit. Meaningless junk, basically. To be fair, I do like the idea of having an apartment. I like it too, but I mean, like, so like this is the difference. Back then, like back in like 2015 to 2017, like there was this flow where it's like, oh my god, they're adding more things. And then like in the meantime, it's like, oh my god, this really cool game that has like cool story and also has like cool features that they're adding more onto. Also can like let me customize things. It also can let me decorate things. It also can let me like have, you know, apartments. Like that would be cool. Now it's just like, oh yeah, I so want to get back to Warframe to like make myself an apartment. It's like, yeah, it's like, I don't know. Guess where they are? Guess where they decided to include them? Where would they put an apartment? I don't know, dude. Where the fuck would you put an apartment? In like your railjack? In your fucking like orbiter underneath your fucking like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. So the Sarum. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, this is a perfect indication of what I mean. So, see, you gotta imagine, this is the difference that I see with like pre-2018 Warframe and post-2018 Warframe. Pre-2018 Warframe had this thing where it's like, hey, we're gonna throw you a quest which you don't expect. This quest is going to change your entire experience of this game. What you're going to get out of that is you're going to get out of that, like, rooms in the back. Only one door will be open. The other two doors will still be locked. But that door will open, and it will show you an entirely new mechanic onto the game, an entirely new system, an entirely new understanding of what this universe is. And there are two more doors. Well, two more doors. One door opens. It's like a thing. It's like some invested thing. You don't know what it is. It's like, we'll teach you later. But hey, you know, one door changed our understanding of the universe. The other might be changing our understanding of the universe. And there's still one more. And then you have this mysterious Saruman ship, which like this thing built the foundation. This is where the Tenno began. And it's like, oh my god, if we can visit that, like what will happen? And now, like, this is post 2018 Warframe. It's like, oh yeah, remember that like weird chair thing? Guess what you can do with that? Guess what you can do it? You know what you can do with it? You can just like, you know, like get assist removed. You can feed it things and it'll just look funny. It's like, we'll look up. And yeah, you can swap some abilities with Warframes because like we couldn't really figure out what to do. It just swaps abilities with Warframes. So, yeah, you know, that's cool. And then like the other door, holy fuck, the other door is like a room and you can decorate that room, right? And you can play with Lego, little like Warframe Legos. You can put fish in a tank. Isn't that fun? Oh my god, that Saruman ship, dude, you can have an apartment. I guess what you can do with the apartment? I guess I don't know. I don't know what you can do with the apartment, but I'm gonna guess it's the exact same shit. The exact same shit you can do with like your orbiter or if your dojo. You can decorate the fuck out of it. I'm like, bro, it's like that was not the main focus of your goddamn game. Give me my mystery back. Give me my potential. It's like that's the difference right now. It's like back then when there was like, hey, you know, you discovered this really cool room, and then you know you could also decorate it. Like that was really cool. But I don't want like I don't want there to be a decoration room that maybe also has some lore, but who knows? Oh boy. Let's see. The video says, well, we're also getting new endless game modes. XMS units are getting reworked, a new Warframe, and new quests. Not the relays, not the open worlds, the void derelict ship. Yes, oh boy. This is what you are. This is where you live. This is what you mean. Well, yeah. Forcing me to play in a way that's not the normal Warframe gameplay is different from normal Warframe. I mean, yeah, that's like basically in your definition. Well, the decoration room looks like the exact one where our other half lived for a while. Yeah. You mean like the decoration room of our ship or like the apartment thing? Let's see. Well, he's into free real space now, so you won't need replay mechanics. The ship has fun backgrounds that does give me the idea of world building that doesn't exist. Oh, the apartment. Yeah, like, I imagine the apartment would something be like what we saw in the quest. But it's like, yeah. So, like, that's something where I'm like, I can see, like, how that can be, like, somewhat interesting. But it's like, it doesn't grab me back. Where, like, back in the day, if we were to have something where it's like, hey, you know, Warframe just had, like, let's say the new war came out, and it's like, holy fuck, she can also have an apartment! Woo! It's like, that might work better. I don't know. The best part is you'll be able to upgrade the apartment, so I can't wait to sink my absurd level of resource into a penthouse. I know, right? So like, what do you need to do now? You need to sink absurd levels of, like, resource into, like, decorating your Warframe, decorating your orbiter, decorating your decoration room in your orbiter, decorating your railjack, decorating your clan, decorating your apartment. It's like, bruh. It's so much. So yeah, it's like, I don't know if I can do that anymore. That's just where I feel like back in the day I was like, woo! And Alafie is dead? Alafie will never be dead. No. And Narmer is dead? Narmer will never be dead. I'm telling you, Narmer will never die. No one will die in Warframe, because, like, you know, they'll have to give something up. And they can't give something up, because, you know, that's the thing. So yeah. Let me see. Narmer is still around canonically. Don't know about the sentients. Yeah, like, that's also weird. The sentients and shed. It's kind of strange. So yeah. Let me see. Yeah, I think we kind of covered all the topics for today. Speaking of something weird, let's actually go over to like Jiso. Jiso's playing Outriders right now. Which, like, honestly is a game that I haven't played for like a year. So I think he's like checking out whether it's like what it's like today. So I'm actually quite curious. Check your DMs real quickly. I wanted to do that after the stream. Oh shit! What? Bro. So that is what the AI generates if you type in my name. That's me. I don't know what to think about that. That's me. Oh boy. Let's see. I mean, Silent isn't infested because of the community event that he doesn't talk about or gets any mention in the game. That's interesting. Thanks, Rahab. Alright, well, I'm gonna send you guys over to Jiso. Thank you so much for watching the stream today. I hope you guys enjoyed. Tomorrow I'll be back. I'm not quite sure yet for tomorrow. I'm gonna be planning this week. And yeah, over the coming weeks it will be better. Holy shit! Cute Monkey, thank you so much for that gift sub. Like, holy shit, I appreciate that. And you gave that to Duke Whiskey. Man, he's streaming too. Maybe we should go to him. No. I already said we were going to do sub, but maybe tomorrow we'll go to Duke Whiskey. But thank you so much, man. I really fucking appreciate that. Like, seriously, thank you. Thank you a lot. Alright, let's go. I'll see you guys around. Till next time, say hi to Jiso.